Repairing your Birkenstocks, it's not all just about trying to save money. It's about trying to keep the memories alive that they've created as you've travelled through life. Here's how we do it. Here's the main steps to repairing a pair of Birkenstock soles. First step, we're going to cut out a new sole for them, and then we're going to grind off the old sole and prepare the leather so we can get a good bond. Then we'll glue the upper and glue the new sole. Once the glue's dried, we'll assemble it. Next, we'll jump in there with a knife. We'll trim the new sole to get it nice and close, and then onto the machine to trim it back nicely. Second to last, we'll go ahead and polish the uppers, and then finally we'll give the exposed cork a coat with Kelly's Cork Renew just to cover it all up and seal it up nicely. So here we're going to cut out a new sole. We'll start by lining it up 5mm away from the edge. Grab a sharp knife, try and cut out about 5mm around the shoe. This way we're not wasting material, but we're not going too close where we might end up making it too small and wasting even more material. Keeping the shoe really steady is a big part of it. And now we can just tear that piece off and we've got our new sole. Now we're going to grind off the old sole. It's important to hold on really tight with the left hand and then apply pressure with the right hand. As we go around, we're trying to keep a nice crisp edge on the cork so that it glues nice and tightly and stays stuck together. Where the cork's weak, you've got to take a bit of extra care so that you don't end up getting a finger or too much cork on. The nice, tidy, clean finish will allow the glue to stick really well. Now we're going to go ahead, put some glue onto the shoe. Put the glue on the shoe normally first, that way it's out of the road while I'm flicking glue around doing the sole. It's nice to keep the uppers nice and glue free. Getting the glue really tidily along that outside edge means it's nice and easy to trim later on and you don't have to spend time removing glue. This EVA Birkenstock soling, it does soak the glue up. Generally speaking, we can get away with one decent coat. It can be tempting to put another coat on, but that's all time spent, especially when you're doing a lot of them. That's going to be put aside for 5 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and start assembling. To assemble them, we'll put the sole onto the bench and then lower the shoe onto it as soon as we can definitely see that it's lined up. Very important, otherwise you'll be pulling it apart and doing it again. Once it's together, we'll give it a nice squash all the way around with our hands. The cork's a bit delicate on some of these older Birks, so we wouldn't put it into our shoe press, but we will put it on the last. Give it a tap with a hammer just to pop any air bubbles in the middle right out, and that way we're not going to have any issues with it down the track. Now that it's nice and hooked on, we'll go ahead and trim it with a knife. Trimming with a knife is nice and quiet, and it doesn't use up electricity or make too much noise for the people that are serving customers at the counter. The tidier and closer you go with the knife, it's going to be less time and effort on the noisy, smelly machine trimming around the edges. So it's worth having a nice sharp blade, which I do not have here. Makes your life easier. Around the front, it's quite easy to get that really smooth, almost to the point where you could leave it and give it to the customer as it is, but we still whizzle around on the mini band. It's important as we go along here that we take care not to cut into the leather uppers. Now we can get onto the mini band and trim around the edges. This is the mini band with a little guide I've made up for doing Birkenstocks. The tread pattern in the Birkenstocks makes it quite tricky on the standard guide, so I've added that little piece on, just makes our life a bit easier. And it's fairly quick and easy to go around there. Blow the dust off again, and now we'll go ahead and we'll get some Cork Renew. Cork Renew looks terrible when it's going on, and it's quite a painful process with that horrible brush. So we just blob it all over the place, seems to be the best way, and then we'll get into it with a sponge and just spread it around a little bit. Because I'm making a video, I want it to dry nice and even and nice and quick. So we'll get that sorted, then it can get set aside while it sets, and I'll do the other shoe. The Cork Renew just seals it all up, and it keeps the cork supple, which stops cracking. Going around the fronts is even more tedious because it's quite narrow around the front. You dab it on best as you can and then get into it with a sponge, and that way you get a nicer finish on it and a nice consistent finish. Sanding off a few little bits of Cork Renew that I got on the sole, and I've cleaned up those footbeds. Check these Birkies out. I've given them a bit of a freshen up, obviously smell a bit better, and the cork looks much nicer. The sole's obviously got some more tread. If you need help with yours, go to shanes.co.nz and go to the free quote page or the Birkenstock page.